This is the Atlas Post, and today I have to share this with you because first it was dead people, now it's sent out to foreign workers. What are you talking about? Yes, those are those stimulus checks. They were in such a rush to get out to everybody. Yes, we appreciate it, but, well, let me just put it this way. They sent it to dead people. They sent it to foreigners. Well, why? And why does this happen when there's people like veterans and, well, probably you and me, still waiting to receive our stimulus check or stimulus fund? So what in the world could happen? Well, according to Politico, the thousands of foreign workers, many living overseas, that were college-age workers who spent time in the U.S. in the last year, they were surprised to find an extra $1,200 in their accounts, what checks deposited to their bank accounts, and without clear guidance on how to return it, they're holding on to the money, or some of them are racing to spend it before the IRS realizes the mistake. That I'm going to tell you is an error, and you're going to find out why at the end. So if you receive money and you're not supposed to receive it, I'm going to tell you why coming up. Okay, so how could this happen? Well, the error stems from a common tax filing blunder, particularly for those on F1 student and J1 exchange visas. These temporary foreign workers were studying at universities and working summer jobs, right? Because they were paying for school. So they often turn to TurboTax and other e-filing systems because they hear that they're supposed to go ahead and file taxes. Well, without knowing that the systems are designed only for U.S. residents, they filed the wrong tax forms. Yes, maybe somebody at TurboTax should have told them that. Well, the IRS rarely checks the error because the non-immigrant workers' Social Security numbers have the same number of digits as those of U.S. citizens. You know, what is it, the 9-digit number? So usually the error doesn't matter much, but this year it's causing the IRS to think foreign workers are eligible for that one-time stimulus payment that we're getting, that are based on their tax returns for 2018 or 2019. So remember when we said that it's based on those tax returns? That means whether it's dead people, foreign people, things can change from when you file those taxes. Well, they're going off of the tax returns that were filed from 2018 or 2019. So that glitch affects both workers in the U.S. and those who recently left the country. There were 1.1 million foreign students in the U.S. last year, according to the Institute of International Education, and the government granted nearly 400,000 J1 temporary visas. Accountants with expertise in non-resident taxes say the majority of these workers either don't file or file incorrectly, and in recent days they've been flooded with calls about mistaken payments. The consequences of misfilings go beyond the stimulus repayment. Non-immigrant workers who claim to be residents also receive the standard $12,200 standard deduction. That prompts some students and workers to submit the wrong form intentionally, not understanding that it could jeopardize their immigration status and require them to pay penalties to the government. So actually, I want to repeat that because this part is really important, because it could jeopardize their immigration status and require them to pay penalties to the government. That could also affect them coming back to the U.S. Well, are you or do you know of somebody that has received a check and shouldn't? Comment and let us know how this has helped you or any questions you might have, because this is all meant to help you. The Atlas Post is here to get the conversation going and provide information. Thanks for giving us the thumbs up and subscribing to the Atlas Post. We have much more coming to you. Thank you for joining us. This is the Atlas Post.